Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Today, I have a guest, and this guest I met at a conference called FinCon. Okay, it's called FinCon. Let me get to the right camera here. There we go. And her story kind of blew me away. She told me she was following the page, and today I'm just going to talk to you guys about not tapping out. Now, you absolutely need to hear her story, but first, I always have to say, make sure you don't fall for spam in the comment section. They will be there before I will, and anything we say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell, but this is going to be the one that you guys need to let your girls, your girlfriends, your wives view. And wives, same thing with your boyfriends and your husbands. If you are the only investor, you're going to want to play this for your mate and your kids. So, without further ado, I'm gonna bring in my guest. Hi, how you doing? Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shalise. I am 38 years old as of last week. I am a mama and a wife to amazing husband. I have three kids, one who has special needs. And so I found Uncle Larry through YouTube, just typing in how to invest. And he has been a major influence on my journey and how he just breaks things down for a beginner who was like myself. And so I am so thrilled to be here. It was an honor and a privilege, not just for me to meet you, but for my daughter to meet you at FinCon as well. So I am so happy to be here. Like, seriously, so happy.
That is really, really cool. It was nice to meet you. I will tell you that your daughter had this gleam in her eyes that was just, it was just intoxicating. And the fact that you took the time and saw the value in bringing your daughter to a financial, convention really moved me. How old was she? How old is she, rather?
She just turned 16 yesterday.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Good people, this is why I want you guys to hear this. Now, you guys know how I always say, hey, investing is easy. Day trading is extremely difficult. Swing trading, you got to have a little gift for that. That's why you have guys like me and the rest of these guys that are out there doing the work. But investing really is not that complicated once you get a full understanding. It's a thing of discipline. So start with your story. Tell me what got you into this, what happened to get you into trading, and just take the floor.
Okay, so our journey started at age 30. So we did not start at 20 or 25 years old. I graduated from college. My husband and I made decent money, but I was a habitual spender. I was actually addicted to shopping.
Wow. Hey, can I hold
Addicted
you
to
up 1
shopping.
second? I don't want to pause it. Can you move your camera up a little bit? You're cutting your head off a little bit. Perfect. There you go. But keep the microphone close. That's perfect. All right, now go ahead.
So I was a habitual spender. I every paycheck that I got, I was in someone's drive-through for
Wow.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
When I had my daughter, I bought her everything. I mean, toy cars, clothes she didn't wear. I just overspent on her, and I didn't realize that I was really putting myself in a bind. I think what really like hit home, it was winter one year, it was really cold, and we were served an eviction notice. And I thought I paid the rent, but the check bounced. And so the landlord said, "You have 5 days to move." So can you imagine? You make good money on paper, but you couldn't afford to pay an $895 a month rent. And a lot of the misspending was from myself. My husband, he wasn't the best with money, but I was the one kind of leading the torch. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
And so what had happened was we were supposed to get a tax refund. So if you know, we relied on the tax refund, but it was delayed for some reason. We didn't get it in February. But it happened that we got an email from the IRS saying your deposit was going to be received later that week. Literally, that was the only reason why we were not out on the street with a baby in our hand. We had no backup,
Wow.
Uncle Larry. There was no aunt or uncle or inheritance. We came from nothing. I'm talking about food stamps, the paper kind used to rip out the books,
Wow.
um, eviction notice, Section 8. So we had no backup. So it was that moment where we had our like coming to Jesus experience
You're looking at
where,
your stuff being set out in the street, that type
yes,
of deal.
yes. And when I tell you I spent my money on clothes and shoes, I was color coordinated, Uncle Larry. I had purple heels, purple shirt, purple dress, purple jacket, purple purse. I was going out of my house looking right.
Gotta
Okay.
coordinate. You gotta coordinate. Go ahead.
Yes, yes, but you know, I wasn't really understanding how to use money the right way. And there was nothing wrong with buying clothes, but if you're buying clothes and not paying your rent, if you're buying clothes and not making sure you have an emergency fund, I was going in the wrong direction. And I don't think I would have changed if I didn't have that experience of we were days away from being out on the
Wow.
street. And then a shelter wouldn't take all three of us. They would take just me and my daughter. My husband would have to stay in the car. It was scary, Uncle Larry.
You
I
go
never want
from
to go through that
drive
experience.
through after drive through to
Hmm.
looking for a shelter. That's
Yes.
crazy. And
Yes.
you still got jobs.
Yeah, yes,
That's
yes.
crazy.
And I'll tell you this, Uncle Larry, our accounts were always in a negative. So our account would give us like a $500, overdraft protection. We were always using, so every time some of our paycheck came in, it would
Mhm.
take that money, we would be charged a fee. And so without that tax refund and that experience, we would not be here today.
So how old were you when you had your aha moment about investing?
About investing in particular, about 32.
Okay. And how
Yes.
old are you now?
Yes. I just turned 38 last Wednesday at FinCon.
Wow. Now, go ahead and tell the people how much you have in your investments.
Our core investments are at about $900,000 and our net worth is 1.2 million and some change.
Say that one more time. Please.
Our core investments are about 900,000 give or take with the market,
Yes.
and our net worth is 1.2 million dollars with some change.
This is so you started at 32
Yes.
and you are 38?
Yes.
Okay. I can do the math. 38, 37, 30.
Yes.
Wow. It's just
Yes.
that's insane. So in
Yes.
6 years.
Yes. Well, what we did was when we had our coming to Jesus moment at age 30, we took every bonus and every tax refund and put it towards debt. Then we started to invest heavily at around 32 because we realized I was watching Warren Buffett and he was talking about high interest debt. And we had credit cards, Uncle Larry, of
Mhm.
29.99%.
Been there. Been there.
It was
I,
insane. So
I
we
had a
took
car that I
every
had to pay weekly, like, pay by the week. You go to this neighborhood, grease shop and pay. Literally, my car note was due every week. Yeah,
wow.
and I was paying more higher than that. We've been there. It's
Wow.
it's a hard lesson to learn, but if good, it's good if you learn it early. All right.
Yes.
So what were some of the first investments? Do you remember your first stock?
Yes, Microsoft.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And how did you come up with Microsoft?
Well, one of the people who I watched when I first started investing was Warren Buffett. I was
Hmm.
just watching so many of his interviews and documentaries, and he said you should just own the things that you use. And I was looking at my computer, I was like, well, I use Microsoft every day. But I didn't know if it was traded on the market. So it was so easy just to type it in, is like Microsoft stock, and it
Yep.
came up, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this. That was
That's
our
it.
first stock.
That's it. And so now it took you and your husband being on the same page. How did that conversation go? Like when you said, this is what we need to live on. We need to get rid of the waste. Like, and this is how much we need to invest. Well, how did that conversation go?
Once we started to pay off our high interest debt, we saw that we could keep more of our money. And I can tell you, Uncle Larry, there's no greater motivator than looking in your checking account when you get paid and you don't have to pay a credit card because you paid it off. So we were convinced, like, okay, we can keep an extra $300 a month because it's not going to Amex.
Right.
And that was how the ball got rolling. And we would fight often about money, but when we saw that we could keep more of it,
Mm-hmm.
it worked. And I can tell you, Uncle Larry, I took more of the convincing. So my husband, he was on board right away. And I was like, we have to enjoy life. We're young. We have plenty of time to save for retirement.
Right.
And he was like, let's just try it. Let's pay off this credit card and see. And Uncle Larry, having an extra $300 a month to just do whatever you want
Yes.
was super motivating for me. I was like, okay, I'm
And you're
ready to.
still 38. You're a millionaire. You and your
Yes,
husband are millionaires at 38. And I
yes.
can already tell that's not your goal. Do you have a ultimate goal, a number of how much money you want to have in investments?
I would like to have, or my husband and I talked about it, and 5 million would
Oh,
be like
that's
the
good.
our goal.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
your like we can just go on a cruise, like just tap out and like
Yes.
let's go on a month cruise type of. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course I know you have dividend stock in there.
Oh,
And
yes.
let me share this with people. Do you have VTI? I'm pretty sure if you
Yes.
have that, VTI is one of them. For those of you
Yes.
that don't know, VTI is a Vanguard ETF. It's easy. Explain what VTI is to the people. This is your homework.
It is an index fund or an ETF, which is exchange traded fund. I learned that
Yes.
from you, Uncle Larry.
There you go.
Uh,
There you go.
and it has, I think, 4,000 companies inside of it.
So let me show you guys something about ETF, all right? I'm sorry, about Vanguard, not just about an
Mhm.
ETF, but Vanguard, okay? All right. So, look, this is what I want to show you guys, and this is very important. Show me, regardless of a crash, correction, recession, bear market, bull market, it doesn't matter. So, as you can see, we're going all the way back to 2001. Show me a 10-year period where you're losing money. Show me. Show me. I could tell you coming up right now, that's the recession of 2008. You see this right here? I can just look at the wave and tell you that's March of 2020. That's the COVID, you know. And then if you go back you can go back to 9/11. You can see these dips. You see that? I can
Mhm.
already see that's 9/11. That's the recession, right? And then here's COVID. But even after these dips, we rebound. And that's what's cool about investing, right? So,
Mhm.
you know, I always say, even in times like this, when we're heading into a recession, right? We all know technically we're in a soft recession now,
Yeah.
but a lot of people think that the hard recession is coming in 2023. It's not a time to be scared. It's not a time to tap out because this shows you just dollar cost averaging, just investing is the time to continue to build wealth. Tell me, what did you guys do when 2020 hit? I'm interested in hearing that.
We bought Tesla. My husband was like on the Tesla train,
Yep.
and he said we got to get some Tesla now.
Wait,
And we
wait,
bought
wait,
some
wait,
Tesla.
wait, 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 wait. Where did you buy Tesla at?
$99.
You almost made me spit this coffee out. I can't stand you or your husband. I'm jealous. You guys got Tesla
Yep.
at 99.
Yep. It
Wow.
was scary though.
Wow.
It was scary though, Uncle Larry, because
Yes.
I
Yes,
never
because
seen the
you have
market
to
drop.
buy fear.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. You have to buy fear. So that is scary. So you know what,
Hmm.
good people? I want you guys. So I met her at FinCon, Stock Mo, Keenan Grace, and myself, along with Stocks with Josh. Um, the Core Four is what we call them now. The Core Four. We met her at FinCon, and she came up after we spoke. This is what I want you guys to do. Let me do this. Let's do this. Let's look at her page. All right. She is known as Mommy Trader. I just met her just a few days ago. This is Mommy Trader. I want you guys to go to her page and let's get her to 5,000. That'll be easy. She's 3.95 subscribers and we want to get her to 5,000. Let's do that as a community, good people, because that's what we're about here at Stock Up. We are about building people up and so that's the Mommy Trader, Mommy. Let's go back here. That's Mommy Trader right there, good people. You see it? Mommy Trader. Let me pull it up. Mommy Trader. Look at that. See that? See her face to the right and to the left there. Let's go and let's hit that subscribe button and let's hit that notification bell. What do you talk about on your page?
I talk about beginner investing content. I really share a lot of our experience from a beginner level, and I am documenting our journey to early retirement at age
Mm-hmm.
42. And I show real numbers. So I show 401ks and Roth IRAs. I show our kids' accounts. And I believe through transparency, and this is something that I learned from you, is that, you really can help people to see the value in investing because it is a scary thing. But once you see the light and you understand it, it's no turning back. I love it. I
That
absolutely love it.
that is cool. So what
Mhm.
can you say to people to encourage them to just start?
I would say the first thing you have to do is just watch people like Uncle Larry, because if you are scared, he actually breaks it down so you can take it in bite-sized pieces. Another thing is be consistent. Every time we got a paycheck, even if it was just $50, $100, when we first started, we put some money into VTI and eventually you'll get a whole share and you just build up from there. And the third thing is to not allow naysayers in your family to cause you to doubt yourself. Surround yourself with positive people and positive affirmations, and you can do it. I would have never thought, Uncle Larry, we would be millionaires. You could knock me over with a feather. Like, no, never would have thought. But here we are.
And you're on your way to 5 million because I can tell you right now, your first million, once you make your first million, then you understand how money works and you understand the importance of, okay, I don't need all of this stuff. Like she
Yes.
said, she was about to be put out in the street with her purses, with her clothes, with all of the stuff that she was accumulating, but her money was not working for her. We want you guys to do some long term investing along with your trading, okay? And I talk about that a lot here on the page, as you know. And, if you don't know what to invest in, just start with VTI,
Mhm.
start with something like VTI where you're just buying the overall stock market, and VOO. So you can just buy the NASDAQ, buy the S&P 500, buy SQQQ. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
buy QQQ. Those type of ETFs, you're just buying. So here, this is my $1 million cup of coffee. I know you can't see that small print, but it has $1 million cup of coffee on it. And what you're doing there is you're just buying a basket of stock all in one. So it takes the guesswork out. And just like she did, even when the market tanked in 2020, what did you do? Did you stop or do you continue to buy?
We continue to buy, and our daughter owns Tesla stock, and our special needs son owns it as well.
And when you continue to buy, all of the stuff that you bought when it was down is where you make the most money. So when you're dollar cost averaging and you got down years and you just feel like I'm not, come back to this portfolio is red, just know that you're buying stuff on sale. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I just wanted to have you on. You dropped some gems on me. She literally just walked up to me at FinCon and told me her story. And I was just blown away. And I said, hey, I got to have you on the show. And so I'm just going to leave it right there. You guys know about the links below. I want you to do three things. On this video, I'm going to leave a link for Moo. I'm going to leave a link for Weeble, right? You guys know that Moo, what I like about Moo is that that's where we're doing our cash up, right? Our cash up. But with Weeble, what we're doing is Weeble has reoccurring fractional shares. And you know the beauty of that. See, she's smiling because she knows the beauty of that. With Weeble, you could say, I'm going to get my top 5 stock and I want it automatically to buy every Friday. Friday's the day, good people. Whether it's once a week, twice a month, or once a month. And I call it set it and forget it. Buy you some VTI, buy you some VOO, buy you some Microsoft, some Apple, some Google, some Tesla, and just buy it long term. I showed you the chart, good people. We want you to start building generational wealth and expose your children to it like Mommy Trader did. All right. Is there anything that you want to leave the audience in a sign off?
I'll tell you that I was a little nervous going to FinCon because I follow you and Stockmo and Keenan and Josh. And I can tell you guys, they were so down to earth. It was scary. I remember standing in the lobby with a bunch of other people surrounding each of them, and they were just answering our questions. They were saying, pull up your channel, pull up your blog, pull up your Facebook page or whatever it is, and just literally stand right there. Uncle Larry will go through each of us. And I love that he took the time with each of us because it's each one, teach one, reach one, and all of them answered your questions. And I know they were tired and hungry after they spoke. This is
Right.
after they spoke, but I do appreciate that. And I told you that you were my stock pastor because you encouraged me to start investing when nobody I knew in my family, nobody retired, no one owned stock. And I appreciate all the work you put in, not just for me and
Wow.
my daughter, but for everybody
Wow.
who watches you. So thank you so, so, so much,
Well, you're an
Erica.
inspiration. I mean, from literally from eviction notice to a few days being put out on the street to checking out where you guys could stay to now being a millionaire and you're not 40. I hate you for that too. I'm just joking. You're not even 40, 38. You guys are going to kill it. And I'm going to tell you, you guys are going to get to 2 million in half the time it took you to get to 1 million because you guys got a made up mind. You and your husband are on the same team. And that's a beautiful thing. Hey, good people, you guys, I'm going to leave 3 links, okay, on this video. We talked about Moo. We talked about Weeble. Have multiple brokerages. But I'm also going to leave a link to your page because it's your season to shine. We just need you out there, Mommy Trader, to encourage other people, not just other women and moms, but men. Just everybody you see, just say, hey, look at me. I did it. You could do it too. That's what we love about the Stock Up family here and everybody else that we call family. We're just trying to get this message out because if we don't position ourselves to get this transfer of wealth, it's going to go back to the 5%. It's insane. It's out here for us. And now we have apps that we can set it and forget it. Okay. So I'm going to cut it off right there because this was really good talking to you. And I'm going to end. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you for everything. And I can't wait for your next video.
All righty. Hey, we're going to end it right there, good people. Make sure you share this with your spouses, your girlfriends, your boo, and all of that. All right. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.
Bye-bye.